control panel to allow all attendees to hear you. This system will notify
Hello,
you
my name
once
is
you begin
Joseph
your
Davis,
broadcast.
two-star executive with Preservation of Wealth, and also advisory board member. Before we get the call started, I always feel like it's important that we at least know something about the person who's delivering the information. My background is a corporate background. Shortly after graduating from Rice University, went to work in corporate America in the energy industry, and I thought I had arrived making a solid six-figure income. Felt like I was living the American dream, but what I quickly became aware of was that I did not like my job. In fact, it's documented that 86% of Americans today absolutely hate what they're doing. And the great thing about it is if you're here on this webinar is that we have absolutely found a better way. The name of our company is called Preservation of Wealth, and everything we do is to provide more strength, integrity, and security for people looking for a better way to live. We just happen to have the most valuable, sought-after product on the planet, gold, silver, and graded coins. And what I love about this opportunity is this. I took a look at everything out there in the industry because I was looking for a way to generate some additional income, even potentially replace a six-figure income to where I could work and have time and money out of the way as an issue working from home. So I kept my ears to the street, and I kind of stayed out of everything, I'll be honest with you, because I couldn't market some of the other products, even if I could go out and effectively build a team and build an organization around some of these products in the industry. If the people who I introduced to those same companies couldn't sell, couldn't utilize, or couldn't use, couldn't get rid of a product, it's going to render itself obsolete. And I got tired of losing family members and friends who didn't want to take your calls because I got them involved in a company. They couldn't build a company. They lost a lot of money on products that they end up throwing away at the end of the year. I couldn't sign up for that again. Great thing about it is our product is an appreciating asset that's going to always have value, and that part made sense to me. We know things that make sense make money. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. Let's start with the experts. What are the experts saying? Michael Maloney, precious metals expert and monetary historian, is quoted as saying, for the past 2,400 years, a pattern has continually repeated in which governments debase and dilute their money supply to a point where the common psyche of the populace and the collective mind of a country begin to feel that something isn't right. It says the will of the people causes gold and silver to automatically revalue. When paper money becomes too abundant and thus loses value, man always turns back to precious metals. The value, purchasing power of gold and silver increased exponentially. Next gentleman here, Robert Kiyosaki, well-known financial author, wrote several books, one of my favorite being Rich Dad, Poor Dad, best-selling. He's quoted as saying, the greatest transfer of wealth is coming soon, and gold and silver will be the major player in that wealth transfer. Whether you prepare yourself financially for this tremendous upheaval in our financial system by putting yourself in a position to grow wealth beyond your wildest imaginings is entirely in your power and entirely up to you. And the key thing he said is putting yourself in a position. Preservation of Wealth allows you to put yourself in that position. Again, he's wrote several books. These are two of my favorite, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Then he talks about how to generate income in his book, The Cash Flow Quadrant. And we're going to actually pull up his quadrant here and how he talks about it. What he talks about is the 4 ways to produce income within the world today. He broke it down into quadrants. We're going to focus from left to right, bringing up the left side of the quadrant. What you're going to notice when we get this up is that 95% of the population, they're competing for only 5% of the wealth. These are your employees, people who have a job exchanging time for money. He says you'll never generate wealth exchanging time for money. That's why people at a job do not feel like they're getting richer. In fact, they feel like they're on a wheel. Like you ever seen the rat running on a wheel? That's why they call it the rat race. You're chasing something and you're never getting ahead. You're just going around in a perpetual cycle, but never ever really getting ahead. Self-employed, meaning you own a job. And most people are self-employed feel like the job actually owns them. Again, exchanging time for money. He says you want to transition to the other side of the quadrant where you notice that 5% of the population, they're controlling 95% of the wealth. These are your business owners, meaning they own a system, and it's the system that's helping them make money. Preservation of Wealth provides that system that can help you make money. Investors, having investments or assets that have the ability to appreciate and make them more money. Preservation of Wealth. Our products are assets in the form of precious metals that have the ability to appreciate and make you more money. Great thing about it, one opportunity allows you to participate on the side where 95% of the wealth is, but only 5% of the population. Let's go ahead and continue. Preservation of Wealth, background information about the company. The company was founded in June of 2009 by Justin Davis. The company's headquartered in Dallas, Texas, completely debt-free. In 2013, we did sales of over $400 million. That's significant because in 2012, we did $100 million. So we grew by 400% over the course of 2013, and we're looking to double, if not triple that again, over the course of 2014. We attribute a lot of our success to having one of the most lucrative compensation plans in the entire industry of referral-based marketing. Now, what is Preservation of Wealth? Preservation of Wealth is an exclusive members-only club. Our core products are precious metals, gold, silver, platinum, and palladium. We're the world's first and only at-cost pricing precious metals dealer, only meaning there's no other competition for what we do. We tell people our model is very much like a Sam's or a Costco, where we allow our members to purchase gold or silver bullion with absolutely no markup and our coveted graded coins at extremely competitive prices. And we'll talk more about those coins as we transition through the presentation. Now, how do we generate wealth for Preservation of Wealth? From the concept of making money with the product itself that's recognized as money, being gold, silver, platinum, palladium. Understand that gold and silver are the oldest form of currencies known to man. They even reference gold and silver as money in the Bible. So you know you're talking about a product that has been around since the beginning of time. The great thing about it is the same product. They can't improve it. They can't make any more of it. It's an asset that's diminishing in supply and increasing in returns. Beautiful concept. Why not be in a concept where you're making money with the product, again, that's recognized as money? Enrollment commissions, direct and indirect commissions. This is the first way that we get paid in Preservation of Wealth, and it starts with you. When you introduce your first 2 people to Preservation of Wealth, you're going to make $100 direct commission for every person you introduce, but that's significant because with your first 2, now you become a consultant in Preservation of Wealth. Now you're eligible to make up to $130,000 at the very first level of our compensation plan. Again, there's no limit on the number of people that you can personally introduce to Preservation of Wealth. We're going to keep it simple, starting out by just talking about your first 2. Now, they duplicate your level of success. They go out and they get there too. They're going to make $100, but the companies are going to pay you a $50 indirect commission when the people that you sponsor personally introduce someone to Preservation of Wealth as well. So there's a lot of money being made, and in this example, that's $400, and we know that's not walk away from the job money, but how many of us would agree that $400 is still $400, and there are people doing this every single month, some every single week, some every few days, as they have organizations continuously growing and thriving in Preservation of Wealth. Now, one of my favorite ways to get paid is our binary compensation plan. Binary is simply a fancy word for 2. We get paid weekly team cycle commissions. Yes, we do get checks every single week in Preservation of Wealth. Again, binary meaning 2. How does it work? When you become a consultant, that's the magic word in Preservation of Wealth, becoming a consultant. First level of the comp plan, 2 personally sponsored, 1 right, 1 left. Now you become eligible for team cycle bonuses. Whenever you have 300 points come through your right team, 300 points come through your left team, you're going to get paid $100 in team cycle commissions regardless of who on your team made the sale. That's significant. Now, how do you get points? There are various membership levels to get started in Preservation of Wealth. Every international package equals 50 points in business volume. Every yearly benefits membership package equals 100 points in business volume. Every premium membership package sold equals 150 points in business volume. So you can see any combination of the 3 that adds up to 300 points left, 300 points right, the company's going to pay you a $100 team cycle commission regardless of who made the sale. There are people making thousands of dollars every single month, some every single week, some $1,000+ a day right now because business volume is paid out in infinite levels deep, and you can't stop somebody else from building their dreams, but as they're building their dreams, they're contributing to your dreams as well, as long as they're in your organization. Beautiful concept. This is true leverage at its finest. Now, business volume example. Again, we're going to keep this as simple as possible. Remember, we're talking about 2. You got your first 2. You got it done in your first 30 days. And let's say they got started at the yearly benefits program. That's 200 points in business volume. Month 2, they simply duplicate your level of success. They go out and get there too. Now you're looking at 4 people, 400 points in business volume. By that simply duplicating, everybody getting 2 over the course of a year, not 6, not 8, not 10, but simply getting 2. What ends up happening in the course of a year is you end up with over 8,000 people contributing towards your income. How many people like the idea that 8,000 people are helping them do anything, not to mention put money in your bank account? That is a beautiful concept. Total business volume, that's 819,000 points in business volume. Total cycles, 1,365 cycles, for yearly income of $136,000. And I got excited when I saw those numbers because I knew what it took to make a six-figure income in corporate America. In fact, less than 2% of Americans are making a solid six-figure income. You mean to tell me we can do it by teaching a very simple system of U plus 2 or get 2 and buy 1? That's a beautiful concept because we love the simplicity of what we do. That simplicity allows for duplication. That's key in this industry. Now, we know that's a lot of money, and most people, we recommend that you get started on a part-time basis. Work full-time on your job, but part-time on your dreams. And let's take a look at what happens. Let's say you got this thing halfway wrong, halfway right over the course of a year, and you still were able to generate nearly $70,000, in fact, $68,000 in additional income on top of whatever you're making. We know the average household income in the United States is between $51,000 and $53,000. If we can show you how to get an F and generate a solid $60,000 to $70,000 in income, most people will be ecstatic and will gladly sign up and take that class again. That's still a lot of money on top of whatever you're doing. Worst case scenario, 90% wrong, 10% right. You completely stumbled your way through this thing over the course of a year, and you still made $14,000 over the course of a year. What I know is this: $1,000 a month for most people on top of whatever they're currently making. If you add that onto a rent or a mortgage, that could change the zip code as well as that could afford a new car as well as the insurance. So we're still able to change lives even at 10% right. That's what I love. Now, what if everybody got started at the 149 level? Let's say you wanted a team and you're building international, or you had a team of people who just got started at 149. That's still nearly $70,000 in additional income, and they got started at 149 if you're building that way. But what if everybody did 399? Now you're looking at as much as $200,000 because you taught the very same system. Get 2 plus 1, beautiful concept, and this is just talking about the memberships. Now, this is what really separates us from the other companies. Again, there's a lot of great companies out there, great products. As an ambassador for the industry, I'll be the first one to tell you that they all work, but to me, they don't all make sense. It never made sense to me to pay more for a product I can get off the shelf at Walmart just to fit inside of a compensation plan, but it always made sense to collect a tangible asset at the absolute best price that had the ability to appreciate in value. And I tell people, if you can't sell those other products, consume them, or you can't, worst case, give them away, those products will render themselves obsolete with those other companies because they have a shelf life, meaning they'll expire. Most of those companies, they're trying to get the product off of their shelves and onto your shelves and let you deal with an expiration date and make you have to sell or get rid of that product. Our product, much different. We don't sell our products, we consume assets. So you'll never be at a Preservation of Wealth meeting where we're teaching people how to go out and sell our graded coins. This is what I love, the fact that with our optionship program, our passive residual income, meaning the work is already done, is that we collect assets in the form of graded coins through POW's wealth building program. These coins can be ordered directly, or you can get them on the company's optionship program. Graded coins are coins whose prices depend more on their rarity, conditions, dates, and mint marks than on their gold or silver content. Over 80% of our active reps in Preservation of Wealth, they buy at least one coin. Most reps are buying more than one coin. But every graded coin purchase also equals business volume. In fact, 50 points in business volume. You can purchase one coin for $99, 2 coins for $97 each, 3 or more coins for $95 each. Now, why would people buy so many coins? 5 coins, 10 coins. We've been at people buying 100 plus coins every other month because the dollar value is going down versus gold and silver. Let's take a look at it. Most people intrinsically, they like to think that things are getting more expensive. When you really think about it, that doesn't make sense because we're way more efficient today than we were 10 years ago, but yet gas costs more today, milk costs more today. So it's not that the things are getting more expensive. Our dollars have less value or are worth less. Now, gold and silver on the converse are trending up. Take a look. Gold is up over 400% over the last 10 years. Silver is up over 500% over the last 10 years. Not to mention, most people are doing things traditionally, traditional banking. Most people were taught, go to school, stay out of trouble, get a good job, pay your bills, save money for a rainy day. The problem with that old form of thinking is this. If you're saving by traditional means, most people don't even know what the rate of return is on their savings account. Let's take a look. Top banks, 0.04%. Local banks, 0.19%. Credit unions, 0.21%. The highest return you can get on a savings account today is 0.95%, which means you're not even getting 1%. The problem with that equation is this. The annual rate of inflation is documented by the Federal Reserve is between 2 and 3%. So you're not even keeping up with the rate of inflation. That means you're losing money while you're saving money. In fact, they have a rule of 72 that says take whatever your current interest rate is, divided by 72. That's how many years it would take for your money to double. How many people have the 100-year plan down pat for your money to double when we just showed you that gold and silver appreciated by 400 and 500% over the last 10 years? Because of that, they tell you that savers are losers, especially if you're saving by traditional means, meaning paper money in a savings account. Even CD accounts today don't have the same returns that they used to. But take a look at the power of our option ship program. Again, we're collecting assets. And what I love about this chart is that these are single coin values. And I tell people all the time, I wish my family had been collecting perfectly graded MS-70 Silver Eagle coins back in 1986. And look at the values of these coins. One coin valued at over $700. What I like about our opportunity is the fact that we can even have the conversation about a product that I bought from a company back in 1986, because we couldn't talk about the coffee, the vitamins, the lotions, and juices from 1986, and we know that those products at this point have no value. But our products, the longer you have them, the more they have the ability to appreciate and value. Imagine in 1986, they didn't pay $700 for that coin, but because it's an asset, a collectible coin, it has a layered value and is valued more than even your traditional silver coin would be valued at today from 1986, again, because it's a collector quality coin. Now, these values are based on NGC's website, one of the top 2 coin grading companies in the world, and these are independent coin grading companies. Preservation of Wealth gets our coins graded by the top coin grading companies. Those are the same coins that are hitting your mailbox. That's why we can stand behind the value of our product. Take a look. 1990, $4,100. 1999, almost $30,000 for one coin. And keep in mind, we're collecting assets. Only so many coins were minted in these years. A lot of things are going to impact how much these coins are worth. In 1999, they actually ran out of silver 4 times in that year. So those coins are actually worth more than some of the other years. But it's a beautiful thing to be able to collect a product that will always have value and then also has the ability to appreciate. Now, what if you purchase one coin each year? In our option ship model, we teach about 1 coin a month. But had you been back in 1986 and you were buying at 1 coin a year for a total of 28 MS-70 Silver Eagle coins, that means you had at less or right at $2,800 invested in those coins. You would have over $70,000 worth of tangible assets if you just purchased 1 coin a year. Now, if you were part of our option ship program, Preservation of Wealth hypothetically existed back then, you would have a total of 332 coins if you're buying a coin a month. That would look more like $740,000 in tangible assets that you would have at your disposal. That's the beautiful concept of what we do. We're making money with the product itself that's recognized as money, but it also is an appreciating asset. That's a win-win scenario for everybody involved, because even if now you can't build a tremendous team into hundreds of thousands of people, you're in a better position just because you have the product. Again, very unique where you find those win-win-win scenarios in any company in this industry. Not to mention the company gives a 4-year 100% buyback guarantee that states regardless of what happens to the price of silver. Let's say that the price of silver tanks and it goes to $1 an ounce. Preservation of Wealth will buy that coin back from you 4 years from the date of purchase for 100% of what you paid for it. Again, effectively creating the only win-win-win scenario I've ever seen in this industry. That's a company truly standing behind its product. You're at the right place at the right time if you're getting this information. Remember, passive residual income. The work is already getting done, already been done, and the checks are just hitting your mailbox. Just take a look at what these numbers look like. You're building your team, 6 left, 6 right. Not game-changing numbers. That's just one cycle. Remember, each coin, 50 points, 300 left, 300 right, one cycle. That's $100 per month. Your team continues to grow. 30 coins left, 30 coins right, 5 cycles. That's $500 per month. Again, not game-changing money, but $500 a month that's showing up in the mailbox that I'm not working for. That's a game changer for a lot of people. 6 coins, 60 coins left, 60 coins right, 10 cycles. That's $1,000 per month at this point in passive residual income. That's money chasing you. And you can see what the numbers play out to be. 6,000 coins left, 6,000 coins right. That's $100,000 per month. And you can see how the numbers add up. That's a beautiful concept because that's one of the most powerful residual incomes that I've ever seen from a product in our entire industry. And then I believe we have the absolute best product in the industry itself. So that's a tremendous feat in itself. Again, these numbers are for each coin, do not necessarily represent people because, again, most reps buy more than one coin. However, we encourage a minimum of one coin a month. Now, Preservation of Wealth, we're also an international company. As of August 2013, we can ship products to over 46 countries. How many people like the idea of making money virtually around the clock? We're all over the globe now in 46 countries, to where you can start building businesses in Argentina and Canada and Mexico, the Philippines, Russia, Sweden, Switzerland, UK, Japan, Ireland, all these places, Hong Kong, Germany, you can ship products to, and you don't have to personally know these people. If you stay in this thing and you start building a team and you duplicate the system, eventually somebody will know somebody in these countries, and you'll have organizations and teams growing in those countries as well. Now, there's a lot more money. We focus at the consultant level. That's just getting started. That's the tip of the iceberg. Star Consultant is the next level where you can make up to $260,000. That's a 10% match at the consultant level all the way through the compensation plan. Beautiful concept because now I'm getting a 10% match on the people that I personally introduce, what they make in weekly residual income. Now, people making thousands of dollars just in weekly matches from a 10% bonus from their first level. Beautiful compensation plan, beautiful concept. Executive level, this is where people start to have options, 3 left, 3 right, over $500,000 income potential at that level. That's beautiful because when most people hit that level 6 months in, 8 months in, they have options at that point because now my work from home income is starting to match and surpass what I'm making at my full-time job. So even if you like your job, it's just great to have options. At least we have a different perspective of the job when we're making equivalent money or even more money from home. It's just good, like I said, to have options. 1-star executive, that means I've helped somebody hit executive. Yearly income capacity is $780,000 over the course of a year. How many people just like the idea of being able to make that kind of money, actually being paid what you feel like you're worth? 2-star executive, they throw in, or the 1-star executive, they throw in an additional level of matching bonuses as well. 2-star executive, throw in a $1,000 lifestyle bonus. Do whatever you want to do with that money. Get a new car, take a vacation every month. It's just extra money. Yearly cap goes up to $1 million or over $1 million at that level. 3, 4, and 5-star executives, the highest levels in the company. Comp plan maxes out at $2.6 million. That just means there's a lot of money to be made in Preservation of Wealth. 3 ways to join. How do you get started? And the key to anything in life is to first get started. How do you do that in Preservation of Wealth? We have our $279 yearly benefits program. Yes, international is included with this package. Each one of these packages sold equals 100 points in business volume. And you get direct of 100 when you personally introduce somebody, indirect 50. You get unlimited at-cost pricing of bullion, access to POW's jury line, as well as legal services and LifeLock are included with this package. And you can earn tremendous referral commissions by sharing the Associates program with others. Beautiful concept, making money with the product itself that is money. Now, our most popular package is our $399 premium package. International is included as well. Each one of these packages sold equals 150 points in business volume. Same direct and indirects, 150. But the difference is this, because this is a mirror image of the yearly benefits program. It includes 2 premium graded coins. They just recently added an additional coin to that package. So it's 1 plus another coin in that package. Beautiful concept because those coins actually have more value than what you're actually paying for the package in itself when you look at our premium packages. So that's a beautiful concept because remember, we're not getting started getting boxes of vitamins, coffees, juices. Our products have real value that's recognized throughout the world as a product with value. So that's the great thing about what we do, is that we're getting a product that has a true hard value. Now, internationally, $149 yearly international package. United States again is included. Sales associate position, 50 points in business volume for each one of these packages sold. Again, this is our international option. There are a few differences. Direct, you're going to make 15. Indirect, you're going to make 10. But notice the price point difference of $149 for each one of these packages. does not include at-cost bullion and or the benefits, but it does include the coin of the month. So they will get started with a graded coin right away. You have access to our option ship products, as well as our automated website, PLW back office systems and dashboards, as well as access to PLW support for a year. And you can earn referral commissions by sharing the associates program with others. So there's a lot of money to be made in preservation of wealth. Those are the 3 ways to get started. Now, what I'm really excited about, this is new. This is the new twist to the compensation plan. This is the first time I've ever seen this done in a binary compensation plan. Definitely give kudos to Preservation of Wealth and Justin Davis, the owner of the company, for making this happen. When you become an executive in your first 30 days of being a member of Preservation of Wealth, so that means if you're watching this presentation for the first time, you get started, this is your first goal. You want to become an executive within 30 days because now you're eligible for a one-time commission of $500 on top of the money that you would have already made from working the business as well. I say, everybody, let's go and get qualified. That has been the ringing word in Preservation of Wealth, get qualified. You want to get qualified, get started right away, have your first meeting right away, get your people on the phone with your uplines, your success team people, and get going right away because we want 100% of the people to qualify for this $500 bonus. Now, if you're an existing rep in Preservation of Wealth, you have through 8/17 or August 17 of 2014 to qualify, with 3 additional reps left, 3 additional reps right, to qualify for the $500 promo. Again, everybody should be striving to qualify for this promo. That's just additional money on the table. What I tell people is this: I was making solid money in corporate America. What I didn't have was the time. But because I took the time to invest and look in Preservation of Wealth, and I invested in myself, now I have the time to where I can live life on my own terms because now I have money and time out of the way as an issue. Being able to work from home at 34 years old, being able to walk away and retire from corporate America and never look back and never punch a clock again, I tell people that's the way to live. Living life on your own terms, being able to get up in the morning and go play golf, being able to go fishing, being able to do the things that you want to do when you want to do them is a beautiful concept. Not to mention how many people have dreams and there's some things out there that we want to have before we leave this planet. And I tell people a lot of things that we want that we don't have, they revolve around money. I mean, you think about it. What determines the kind of car you drive? The money. What determines whether your kids go to public school or private school? Money. What determines whether you can do more good things or more bad things? It's money. Everything revolves around the kind of money that you have. And money is not everything, but it's really just a magnifier of who you are. Because if you're a good person, you can do more good deeds. If you're a bad person, how many of us know money's going to make you the devil? But the great thing about it is this: they say money doesn't buy love. I tell people broke surely doesn't get it done either. It's a lot easier to live with it than it is to live without it. So I say this: if this thing makes sense, there's a lot of people out there that will validate that this thing makes a lot of money. It's time to start living your dreams with Preservation of Wealth. Step up to the challenge. Let's get it done. 90-day challenge to changing your financial futures with Preservation of Wealth. So with that being said, that concludes the webinar. Get back with the person who invites you to this webinar. They can give you more information on how to get started and plug you into our success team and our success system that's changing lives 90 days at a time. How many people are ready for their breakthrough? If that's you, looking forward to working with you and seeing you over the top. I tell people all the time, Joseph Davis, 2-star executive with Preservation of Wealth. I don't look forward to just seeing you guys over the top, but at the top, but over the top. And remember, it takes people with vision to lead people with dreams. You guys have a phenomenal, phenomenal day. And let's make this next decision your best decision. God bless.